The matter concerning the mark of the beast holds significant importance and demands serious consideration. It is intrinsically linked to worship, symbolizing one's object of devotion and affiliations. The mark signifies who you worship and to whom you belong, representing ownership. Choosing to accept this mark aligns oneself with Satan and forsakes God for eternity. Revelation chapter 14 verses 9 to 10 warns that those who worship the beast, embrace his image, and receive his mark on their forehead or hand will face the wrath of God, enduring torment with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and the Lamb. Despite the angels' warning against accepting the mark of the beast, many individuals will still choose to accept it due to various reasons. In this sermon, we will explore the diverse motivations that lead people to accept the mark. The first reason is the fear of financial ruin. Refusing the mark will result in struggling to survive, as described in Revelation chapter 13 verses 16 to 17. The Antichrist will hold immense influence, controlling the world's economic operations. His mark will become the sole accepted means of financial exchange, exerting tremendous pressure on individuals and leaving them with limited options. The decision to accept the mark won't be a free choice made willingly, but rather a result of strong-arm tactics employed by the beast. It is crucial to understand that coercion is one of Satan's powerful strategies, contrasting with God's allowance for individual decisions and their consequences. Even though people are aware that accepting the mark of the beast leads to eternal separation from God, they may still proceed due to the second reason, persecution. The Antichrist will have the ability to monitor those who reject the mark, subjecting them to persecution. Similar to Nebuchadnezzar's actions towards the 3 Hebrew men, the Antichrist will cast out individuals who stand for the truth. Society will become a world exclusively for those who accept the mark, while non-compliant individuals will face severe persecution. While residing in developed nations where being Christian has been relatively straightforward, even now, some individuals renounce their faith for the sake of social acceptance. In the face of intense persecution during the Great Tribulation, many more may conceal or deny their faith to avoid dire consequences such as loss of employment, income, or social status. Deception forms the basis for the last 3 reasons why people may accept the mark. Satan, the deceiver, will employ various strategies. The third reason is the influence of false prophets. Revelation chapter 16 verses 13 to 14 describes unclean spirits resembling frogs, emanating from the mouths of the dragon, the beast, and the false prophet. These spirits of devils will perform miracles to gather the kings of the earth for the battle against God. The false prophet will play a pivotal role as a religious leader, directing the world's attention towards the Antichrist, promoting worship of the beast's image. The impact of this false prophet surpasses any previous deceivers. The fourth reason is the deception brought about by the Antichrist himself. Initially presenting himself as a figure of peace, he will perform miracles, captivating people's trust through supernatural actions. The world will embrace him, viewing him as the solution to their problems. Contrary to popular belief, the Antichrist will not physically manifest as a beast but as an admired and worshipped man. Some will accept the mark sincerely believing in him, as he boldly proclaims his divinity and demands reverence surpassing all else. His manipulation will reach unprecedented depths, leading many to not only accept his rule but also celebrate it. Enchanted by his charisma and the illusion of peace, people will willingly surrender their freedom and moral values in the name of following this seemingly divine figure. In conclusion, the acceptance of the mark of the beast is a matter of grave significance that should not be taken lightly. It represents a choice to align oneself with Satan and renounce God for eternity. Despite the warning given in Revelation, many will succumb to the motivations that lead them to accept the mark. Financial ruin poses a significant concern, as refusing the mark will result in struggling to survive in a world where the Antichrist holds sway over economic transactions. The fear of being unable to provide for one's family can be a powerful force pushing individuals to accept the mark. Additionally, the intense persecution faced by those who reject the mark will lead some to renounce their faith out of fear for their lives, social status, or livelihood. Deception plays a central role, with false prophets arising to promote the worship of the Antichrist and divert people's hearts away from the truth. These deceivers will perform miracles and exert a strong influence, luring people into accepting the mark. The Antichrist himself will come in a guise of peace and perform extraordinary feats that will deceive many. Through his manipulation and the illusion of peace, he will gain the admiration and worship of the world, causing people to willingly surrender their freedom and moral values. In the face of these motivations and deceptions, it is essential to remain steadfast in one's faith and refuse the mark of the beast. The consequences of accepting the mark are severe, leading to eternal separation from God and facing the wrath of his judgment. It is a test of loyalty and devotion to God, even in the midst of hardship and persecution. Therefore, it is crucial to heed the warnings provided in the Scriptures and stay vigilant in discerning the truth. By remaining rooted in faith, relying on God's strength, and standing firm against the pressures and deceptions of the world, one can overcome the allure of the mark and maintain their unwavering loyalty to God.